Welcome back to Luke's Mopar Garage. In today's video, I addressed the brake system, the only thing stopping me from driving this car. And by the end of today's video, it does rip around the yard and up the gravel road. But in the meantime, sit back and watch the magic happen. Ew. Is that a brown recluse spider or something? Yeah, not anymore. Getting into drum brakes is simple enough. It's just first you gotta remove this little cotter key, put in here. There we go. Then you take this little keeper out of there. Back this nut off. Then you just grab a hold of the drum and push it towards you. It ought to come out of there. This one's putting up a little bit more of a fight. Uh-oh. Little spring fell out of there. And when the drum is a little stubborn, you pull this move here. There it is. Dang thing was stuck on there pretty good. Yeah. Right here I got my whole lineup of drum brake tools. And in this bucket I got a bunch of drum brake odds and ends. Yeah, there's another brown recluse spider. Good lord, they're everywhere. Yeah, got all the stuff off of it. Now I need to get this wheel cylinder off and see if it works. That little line right there is in my way. I'm gonna bring out some heat. Get a little heat on it, and then squirt it up. Yeah, one thing you wanna look out for is when you're heating up your brake lines, sometimes they pop. That old hose separates from the head. I had that happen to me underneath a car one time. Yeah, I stood back when this one happened. And of course the head refused to turn. And I just ended up twisting that line. Getting that one taken out. No use reusing the hose. Oh yeah. So I had to remove the backing plate from the spindle in order to get this bolt out. Yeah, it's a few days later. Waiting on hoses, really. I don't trust those old hoses, so I just ordered a bunch. Well, I ordered 2 fronts and I ordered 1 back, and waiting on them. I really don't know why I took this all apart. I think it was to see if my little wheel cylinder still worked. And I guess it does, honestly. It pumps up, shoots fluid out of there. So I think it works. But now I'm just waiting on parts. Took my back brake hose off. And of course this one's fine. This one up here is fine. But I managed to snap that one off. So I need to replace this little line all the way back here to the wheel cylinder. Maybe in the meantime I'll straighten out this valance or something. Kind of crooked. Get a little bit of squirtation on that too. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a whole lot better right there. Kind of crooked. Yep, it's a new day. But got all my brake stuff here. Got my 3 hoses. A little bit of drum brake rebuild kit here, so gonna try to put that on. But first I need to build a new line that I snapped off. Huh, something like that. So yeah, I got my line in the machine here, little flare tool. Which reminds me, yeah, don't forget to do that. Okay, I got it locked right back into the machine. I'm gonna put it at 0 here, like that. And then we're gonna go operation 1, 3/16. Then we're gonna go operation 2 for 3/16. Okay. Well, that just fell everywhere. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. And now we'll do the same for the other side. And there's our little piece of line. Yep, that'll work. Got my old hose taken out. When they sell you new hoses, they don't sell you the distribution block at the end, that little brass piece. They just sell you the hose. So I'll get that installed now. There we go. Yeah. It's almost easier to just take this bracket loose and take that clip out on the bench than it is to do it underneath the car. Well, that disintegrated within a few taps. Oh yeah, there we go. I found one among all the hardware. Yeah, there we go. Got all that connected. Now it's time to put together this whole front brake assembly, put a new hose in there. Now I need to repack my wheel bearings here. So yeah, we're just gonna put a little bit of grease in here, I guess, just to keep everything moving. Gonna take our bearing and put it in there like that. Now we're gonna take our little seal with that, I don't know, that nylon stuff facing upwards like this. You gotta tap it in place here. It's roughly around this big. Oh yeah. Right there. Got her tapped in there. Now it's on to all the springs and shoes and stuff over here. I will not be reusing most of this junk. Although I will have to reuse the shoes because I don't have any new ones. So I got these little rebuild kits here. Each one does 2, I'll be doing, yeah, and I got 2 of them. I'll be doing all 4. Yeah, so this is what I got going right now. I'm not sure if that's supposed to go behind the springs or in front of it. And I forgot where this spring goes. Somewhere in here, either this way or that way. But I'm gonna find out here in a second. We have to reference the Book of Knowledge. Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't really show us much information about this long spring here, but it does give us information that this little wire goes behind these 2 springs. So I'll have to redo that. Well, thank goodness I got a picture of it before. Yeah, so I might reuse this old spring, maybe, I don't know. Connects that lower one, goes up to this big middle hole here. I guess all it's really supposed to do is keep tension on both sides. So I don't think the way I have it set up is too bad. Well, this side is functioning. Time to put the drum back on. Get a little bit of grease in there. Got my packed bearing here. Whoa! Man, the walnuts are falling this time of year. There we got our little washer here that has a little key on it. Put that in there. We got our nut here. Then of course you do the tighten down a little bit, back it off. Just make sure you don't tighten it too much. Now we have our little lock ring here. Gotta find the position where it's happy. Right there maybe. Little cotter pin. Put that in there. The way I do it is I take the long one and I bend it up over like that. And then I just cut that one right there. And that's good. There we go. Now I put my tar back on there. Yeah, and I don't know the exact feeling on how it should be like. And of course you put your little thing in here and you push it down, you adjust a little gear on the inside. But like just a little bit of pressure on it and it's not freewheeling. It just kind of, just enough where you can hear it. I think that's all right, I don't know. Well, now we move on to the other side. Well, that's a good sign. It's nice to see a bunch of hammer marks on a drum. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all, but good Lord, what happened here? What is all that? An ant colony or something. Yeah, it's all pretty crusty. Put a little bit of heat on it. Yeah, just cracked. Didn't even do anything. All I did was put heat to it. Yeah, I don't think brake fluid's supposed to come out of there. No, okay, little update here. This wheel cylinder's bad. I don't have any new wheel cylinders or a rebuild kit or nothing. So I'm gonna halt on rebuilding the brakes, and I'm just gonna assess the damage on the 2 backs too. I know what to get on the front. It needs a little piece of line That's currently being ordered. A special little bend. Got my bearing packed. Man, I truly don't know which way these go on. I mean, last one I put on like this, but I think that's wrong, honestly. I think they're supposed to go in there like that. That's the way it came out when I popped the drum off. It was in there like that. So I'm just gonna redo it the same way it was. I mean, can't really go wrong with that. Yep. So yeah, I'm just gonna reassemble it, get a wheel back on it, but I need a new wheel cylinder. Yeah, I'll have to come back to that one. Moving on to the back. Great, this bleeder's all jacked up. Yeah, these rear brakes are pretty good, well maintained. I'll probably put the stuff that I bought for it on there, but hopefully this wheel cylinder works. Yeah, it's me in a pickle, but I'll get it. Oh yeah. There we go. Can't reuse it, but at least I got it out. Well, don't have any wheel cylinders. I don't know if this one works or not. I'll probably just get a full set. Plus a new master cylinder, you know, while I'm at it. Put some new stuff on it, I guess. But I'll move on to the next side. Yeah, this side doesn't look too bad either, really. It looks like they've been done recently. Yeah, that side turned out to be pretty good. I put my rebuild kit on it, tightened it all back up. I know the two fronts probably have bad wheel cylinders, so I'll get two new fronts. These back ones look really good, but I'll probably just get back ones. They're cheaper than fronts, so probably just get them. But now I know what to get. I'll get the parts. It's a couple days later, but I finally got some parts. Got some small front brake lines here that go from the hose to the caliper. Got those stinking little clips, and I got all 4 new wheel cylinders. I understand it seems quite counterproductive, but now I need to take all the wheels back off and put these wheel cylinders in. I left everything relatively loose though, so it should be easier to get out. Oh man, I got the wrong ones. These are both for brake calipers. Yeah, so I can't just bend these lines to work in this cylinder because it's super duper deep in there and it has a special end on it. So I can't just make my own. Maybe the old ones are around here somewhere. Oh yeah. Thank goodness I kept it in the bottom of this watery bucket. And the other one should be in here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the special little end that I need. Another thing is, look at this. One's like a classic flare, but the other one's like popped out or something. And I think I can mimic that. Yeah, so I'm going to try to get that little piece of line out of this one. And this one here I managed to get out in one piece. But this doesn't turn, it just, the whole thing has to screw in. So I'll probably just rob it off of there. I might regret doing that, but it's probably the right thing to do. Plus this one's really rusty and sketchy. It almost twisted off right here. Yep, got that cleared out. Needed to bring out the drill and drill it out. Yep, those two are done. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, that's pretty good. Yeah, I made it work. I took something like this brake line here that will not work in my application, and I just put the little factory ends on them, and I made it work. Yep, that'll work just fine. When you order the wrong parts, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, passenger side should be done. Got everything in there. Yep, so I'm moving on to the passenger back, and I'm doing about the same thing that I did before, but this time I'm just replacing the cylinders. I mean, there's nothing special to what I'm doing, so I probably won't record any of this. I'll probably just record the results. Nothing really exciting to watch. Yeah, unfortunately, this line was super seized in there too, so I just chopped it. So I'm gonna have to build a new line all the way over there. Okay, that one's in. Well, got the driver's side rear done. What are you doing? So grumpy. Alright, I got my new line put in there. Just kind of unspooling it. Going across over to here. Yeah, little piece of line in there. Yeah, it's a little short. I screwed up the flares on the ends a few dozen times, so I had to cut it down a lot. But I managed to make it work. Alright, moving up to the driver's front. The last drums that I have to touch. And on this side, I left everything off, all the stuff, so that I could put my wheel cylinder on in there easier, you know, and didn't have to take all that crap back off again. Yeah, I'll probably clean these up with this wire wheel here. I don't know, I just don't feel right putting that in there. Super crusty. Yep, freshly rebuilt. Freshly mounted. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I broke that line right there. Gotta make a new one. Oh, well, I'm a freaking idiot. Started chopping away at this one, got it loose. But that's a totally different brake line. This is the one that I need to chop. Well, great. Plus, look at this frame rail. It's caving in. My phone died, so I had to go and charge it. But in the meantime, this is all that I got done. I got this weird little line bent into place. The line that wouldn't work, but I made it work. Got my new hose on here, got the clips in there. Made that little line right there, all the way to the distribution block. And then luckily this line right here had enough meat left on it. I just flared it and reconnected it. So it's good. I don't have to make a new piece of line for that. So now it's time to put it all back together. All done. Yeah, I just went ahead and bought a new one. I don't know. This one right here is seized up. And I took another one out of another car and it's seized up too, so I just went ahead and bought a new one. Now I'm gonna bench bleed it. I really don't know the best way to bench bleed something, but I just take this long extension here and I just push in it. Pumping it until there's no more bubbles visible. And you want to make sure your vise is locked in there pretty good, but not too tight. I've heard it to where they cracked the body of this thing, the cast iron, they cracked it. But if it's too loose, you'll just push the whole thing forward and it'll fly everywhere. Had that happen before. Okay, well, I'll call it good right there. Put it on there now. And of course, while trying to take it out, I broke a bolt off, so it only has 3. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Super simple. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up these little lines and then start bleeding. There we go. Yeah, got some fluidity out of that. Yeah, I don't think this thing's supposed to have brake fluid in it. Well, it looks like action's going on over here. Well, that's good. Well, I got a little bit out of the backs, but not a lot. I'll have to get a second person out here to pump the brakes. That's the only real way of doing it. So I can't do a lot tonight, and tomorrow it's gonna rain like crazy. Can't do a lot then. So it might be a day or two. In the meantime, though, I could probably crack those back bleeders and have them bleeding overnight. Man, there's so many freaking spiders on this car. It's the next morning. Got my dad out here, and we bled all 4 of the brakes. Got good fluid out of all of them. Good pedal travel now. This thing's probably ready to go. Before I take it anywhere, though, I need to fix this little gash right here. The belt ate away at it, and it caused a big leak. I hope that's the leak. I hope it's not a power steering problem. Yeah, this thing is basically roadworthy. Yeah, I got a little bit of brake stiffness there. It's pretty good. One little tail light works. She's a little low on gas, so I'll top off the old tank. Alright, I got the choke closed a little bit. Kind of chilly out here. Battery hooked up. We'll see if this thing still starts. Oh yeah, take a seat. Oh, it's a little far back. Oh, it's in a hole. So it's been a while since it started up, so I'm gonna prime that filter there. Primed it just a little bit. A little bit of a backfire. Whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the bowls up with gas. This thing has a weak backflow prevention, so as soon as gas goes in it, it just goes right back. Okay, filled up the bowls. Let's see if it does any better. Let's first see if we have brakes, though. Oh, it seems like it. Yeah, well, the brakes work.
The voyage of the Dom Treader.
Oh yeah! Look at that smoke. That means it's alive. Woo-wee! That's Duke's hazard right there. Sure, the trunk closes. Yeah, boy. Hey, it stops now. That there's the wing. It's like a spoiler, like a parachute. We'll have it.
I don't think it's drive anymore.
You think maybe it's low on tranny fluid?
I topped it off. It might be still.
Does it have drive? Has reverse. Parachute is deployed. The maiden voyage. Will the brakes work? Whoa, look at that go, boys! Wet leaves. There goes my gravel. Don't you kill me. What do you think?
That's pretty good. Brakes work. Definitely really smoky. Oil burning off of this manifold.
Well, that's them valve cover gaskets, you reckon?
Yeah, probably. The carburetor's not adjusted quite right, so it's kind of gutless. Well, it is a 318 now, right?
318 on how many cylinders?
That's right.
Sitting for 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's up and around.
Got the brakes fixed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are they good and strong or spongy?
Really spongy.
Nice.
Probably need to bleed the brakes a little bit more, but
Yeah.
that's about it. They're adjusted correctly, I'd say. The car doesn't sway this way or that way. It slows down relatively straight.
So what's next?
Buy new wheels and tires. Take it on the road.
Take it on the road. What
Yeah.
about kickdown linkage?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe that's my fault.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why it's gutless when I punch it to the floor.
Yeah.
That could be it. Yeah, but
All right.
it's all good to go. Just in time. Starting to rain a little bit. Well, that concludes the video. If you like this video and you want to see more classic Mopars, feel free to like and subscribe.